You know that weird moment when you walk into a store and suddenly forget everything you came for? Yeah, that's me every single time. I stand in front of the endless rows of shelves, pretending I know what I'm doing. Then it clicks. Milk. Easy. I walk over to the fridge section, open the cold glass door, and a wave of chilly air hits my face. I grab one bottle, but then I see another that says low fat. I switch them. We all do that, right? Then I pick up a small pack of cream because, just in case. That phrase always gets me in trouble. To pick up means to take something quickly with your hand, but somehow it always means buy more than you planned. I look at the labels again, like I'm comparing something important. Whole milk, low fat, organic, they all sound healthy. I check the date on top. To check means to make sure something is fine or correct. It looks good, so into the cart it goes. I push the cart a little and watch the bottles move inside, like I'm suddenly responsible for them. I step back for a second and notice how bright the fridge lights are. The bottles look almost too perfect, lined up like little soldiers. I close the door and glance at my phone. Only one thing crossed off the list. Great. I take a deep breath and turn the cart toward the next aisle. Time for yogurt, and the real shopping chaos is just about to begin. I turn into the next aisle and stop right in front of the yogurt section. The whole shelf looks like a rainbow. Strawberry, mango, vanilla, blueberry, coconut. I look at the labels and pretend I'm making a smart choice. I reach for one, then another, because how can anyone choose just one? To reach for means to stretch your arm to get something. I grab a strawberry one, then a mango, and finally give up and add a vanilla. That's balance, right? Sweet, fruity, and safe. Next comes cheese. I pick up a small block, smooth and yellow, and for some reason, it makes me smile. In English, we say a piece of cheese, not a cheese. It's such a tiny thing, but it sounds so much more natural. I turn the pack around, read the ingredients, and put it in my cart. To put is one of those words we use for everything. Place, move, drop, whatever. Then I stop by the fridge with eggs. There are so many boxes, and I open one to check them. To check means to look carefully if something's okay. One egg is cracked, so I swap it for another box. I hold up the new one to the light, just to be sure. To hold up means to lift something higher to see it better. All perfect. I close the lid and place it gently on top of the cheese. To place is a softer way to say put. I look down at my cart. Milk, cream, yogurts, cheese, eggs. It already looks like a real grocery list, not just an impulse trip. I push the cart forward slowly and turn toward the next aisle. Time for colors, smells, and everything fresh. Vegetables and fruit are waiting. My cart is getting heavier, and I push it toward the veggie section. Everything looks fresh and bright. I pick up one tomato, smooth and red, and then another. To pick up means to take something with your hand. I put them into a thin plastic bag and tie the top. To tie means to close something with a knot. Next, cucumbers. I grab two and turn them around in my hands like I actually know how to pick the best ones. Then I reach for a bunch of green herbs. To reach for means to stretch your arm to get something. I smell the dill. It's so fresh, it almost feels like summer. To smell can mean both to have a smell and to sense a smell. I drop it gently into the cart. Now the fruit section. I take a few lemons, bright and shiny, and add them to the bag. Then apples, red, green. I can't decide, so I grab both. To grab means to take something quickly without thinking too much. I put them on top of the vegetables and look down at the colors. It's like a mini rainbow in my cart. As I reach for bananas, one slips and falls on the floor. A little girl nearby laughs, and I laugh too. It's one of those silly human moments that make shopping feel less boring. I pick up the banana, check that it's fine, and set it back in my cart. To set is another word for put, but it sounds softer. I take a step back and look at everything. Vegetables, fruit, colors everywhere. Not bad for one aisle. I push my cart toward the pasta aisle, feeling like I've already done half the job. Shelves stretch in front of me. Boxes, colors, names I can't even pronounce. I pick up one pack of spaghetti, look at another that says whole grain, and then one more that promises Italian taste. They all look the same, but I still compare them like it's an exam. To compare means to look at two things and find the difference. Finally, I grab both, because choosing is not my talent. Next, sauces. I reach for one tomato jar, then another creamy one. To reach for means to stretch your arm to get something. I put both in my cart and listen to the quiet clink of glass. It feels satisfying, like I'm collecting tiny rewards. I move on to the bread section. Move on means to go to the next thing. The smell of fresh bread fills the air. I pick up a soft white loaf and hold it for a second. To hold means to keep something in your hands. Then I add a small croissant. For later, I know it won't make it home. I place it gently on top of everything. To place is just a softer way to say put. I look around at the people passing by, some moving fast, some lost like me. The store feels almost peaceful in a strange way. I check my list. Milk, cream, yogurt, cheese, eggs, fruit, pasta, bread. Not bad. Still, I turn my cart toward the next aisle. The fun part is coming: sweets, drinks, and all the things I don't need but will totally buy anyway. I turn into the sweets aisle and immediately regret it. Everything here looks too good. Rows of cookies, chocolate bars, candy, all shining like little traps. I look at one pack of cookies that says extra chocolate. I pick it up, check the picture, and put it in the cart. Easy. But then I grab another one, caramel, and one more, oatmeal. To grab means to take something quickly, usually without much thought. 3 packs now. So much for just one. I laugh quietly to myself, shaking my head. Shopping always feels like a tiny battle, me versus my willpower. Spoiler, I never win. I push my cart a bit farther and spot the drinks section. Bright bottles, cool air, that soft buzzing sound from the fridge. I reach for a bottle of orange juice, then take a cold bottle of water. To reach for means to stretch your arm to get something. And yes, I add a bottle of cola because some habits never change. The bottles make a soft clink as I set them down. To set means to put something carefully on a surface. My cart looks like a tiny party. Cookies, drinks, sugar everywhere. I stand there for a moment, smiling at how predictable I am. Then I notice a huge chocolate bar near the corner of the shelf. I pick it up slowly and can't help but grin. Of course, I whisper. Of course, we use it when something feels obvious or expected. I push the cart forward again, the wheels turning smoothly on the floor. The sweets sit on top like trophies, and I already know I'll eat half of them tonight. Time to find the last few things. Not fun, but necessary. I turn into the home section, where everything suddenly looks less fun, but totally necessary. I pick up a bottle of dish soap and read the label for no reason, as if there's a wrong way to wash dishes. I put it in the cart and reach for a pack of sponges. To reach for means to stretch your arm to get something. I grab paper napkins too, because somehow they always disappear when you need them. Then I notice cleaning wipes and throw in a pack, just to feel responsible. To throw in means to add something quickly, without thinking too much. My cart now looks like the grown-up version of me. Practical, a little boring, but still slightly messy. I push the cart forward, and something clicks in my head. Coffee! How could I forget coffee? I turn around fast and walk back 2 aisles. To walk back means to return to the place you were before. I pick up a jar of ground coffee and open the lid for a quick second. The smell is warm and strong. To pick up here means to take it from the shelf. I close it and place it carefully on top of the cookies. Just then, a man nearby sneezes loudly. I say, "Bless you," without even thinking. To say is simple but powerful. We use it for everything, especially kindness. He looks surprised, then smiles. I smile back and push my cart toward the front of the store, feeling weirdly proud that this time I really didn't forget anything. The checkout area is busy, and the line moves slowly. I stand in line with my cart, waiting for my turn. To stand in line means to wait in a queue. The people around me look tired, but I feel calm, almost done. I look down at my cart: milk, yogurts, fruit, bread, cookies, coffee. It actually looks like a proper shopping trip, not chaos. The belt moves, and I start placing my items one by one. To place is a softer way to say put. The sound of each item sliding on the belt feels kind of relaxing. The cashier, an older Asian woman with short black hair, greets me with a warm "Hi." I smile and say hi back. To say hi back means to return a greeting in a friendly way. She scans everything quickly, the machine making that familiar beep, beep, beep sound over and over. I watch the screen as the total grows, pretending I'm not shocked. Then she tells me the amount, and I take out my card. To take out means to remove something from your bag or pocket. I tap it gently, hear one short beep, and that's it, paid. The cashier hands me the receipt and says, "Thank you." To hand someone something means to give it directly to their hand. I pick up my bags and step aside so the next person can go. To step aside means to move a little to let someone else pass. I look at my empty cart and laugh quietly. It's finally over. The cart is empty, my hands are full, and somehow that feels just right.